Hi, thanks for watching. If you've seen some of my stuff before, you know that I've been sharing the amazing place that I am blessed to live for people who have an interest or who can't travel at the moment to get a bit of a local adventure. So if you like what I do, hit a subscribe and like button that is going to be somewhere in one of these corners here so that you can stay up to date with what I'm doing. So today I am in Springwood, which is a local one for me, and a place called Birdwood Gully. This is a short little track. It's not national park, so it means you can bring your dogs along on this one, and it's also a good one for the kids as well. It's less than 3 k's and it's a pretty easy track, so it's a good one to do like in the afternoon after work. Now I'd advise parking on Plateau Road for this one. The track starts and finishes at different points, and Plateau Road is kind of between the two of them, and it's only about a half-k walk from each side, so it's kind of in the middle. As you can see, this does come in off a road, so it's not a spot that you want to try and find a place to park your car. So here is the entrance here, and we'll come on out the other side. So trek just start off a little bit wandering through the bush here, but it does follow roughly the path of Springwood Creek until it meets up with Shelley's Creek towards the bottom, and you head on out. And there are a couple of other tracks that head off here that will take you to different spots. So this track can also bring you out further down the highway at Springwood as well, which is not the one we'll be taking today. So here we are at first the creek crossing. We've got a little bit of a boardwalk here, and the creek is going to follow the path along down there. So it's quite pretty bush down here. So this track up here will take us back up closer to the highway again, which is not the way we want to go today. We want to head on down to this one. So I don't feel like walking all the way back up the highway to get to my car. Another creek crossing here, and you might be able to hear the highway noise. It's actually just up there. And across the creek here, we've even got a house. That's how close we are to the township here. Just a bit of bushland that runs around the back. So again, we've reached another one of those branch off tracks that will go back up to the highway, coming out at Boland Avenue. What we want to do is continue on at this sign just here, which tells us to go down to Madeline Glen and Birdwood Gully. Pretty sure local kids come and mess around in here. Given the alcohol bottle I can see up there in the corner, that is confirmed. There's also a hook, I don't know if you can see it there, for some climbing gear. So someone's used it for climbing at some point as well. Another big rock formation up here. Now I haven't read anything about this being a spot of significance to the Aboriginals, but they were all over the Blue Mountains, so there's every chance that at some point, if these were shelters back then, that they were potentially used. these guys are particularly adapted to survive bushfire seasons and fire coming through. I think the type of plants they're called are pyrocytes. I will double check that. But you'll often see in a fire-stricken region that these grass plants have emerged with some new shoots pretty quickly. So this is a good spot if you want to sit for a picnic or you need to sit for a rest. So I've definitely seen more water in this than there is at the moment. So it's dried up a little bit since all of the rain that we had a couple of weeks ago. So you probably can't read the sign. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Springwood Creek. So this will connect up with Shelley Creek a bit further up. And got a little bench here to sit, although I'm not sure how stable that looks. And our path is going to continue across that boardwalk over the creek. So some fallen debris down here in the water, as you can see. As you can see, the path along the creek here is quite wide, so no bush bashing required. So we now come at the creek from the other side. The creek's been on my right instead of my left. And we have another crossing here over the rock. And this is where we're actually going to take a turn and start back up. So that is the path that we're going to be taking just over there. So we're coming up to the waterfall that is on this track, which isn't a big one, but still pretty. Now I haven't been here to check it out for myself, but I do understand that the rocks behind these falls do actually have a colony of glowworms. So if you're looking for somewhere to come and see glowworms that is not too big a walk at night, then this one might be a good option. There's some stairs over there, so I haven't been up. I'm not sure if they're just a different vantage point or whether or not there's another track that comes down there. And here's our little waterfall. As I said, not very big, but cute and pretty. Now the track is going to continue on up across the creek again, and then we have a climb out to get back to the main road. Well, not the main road, get back to the street. Another pretty little cave that we have to walk through here. In fact, I'd say that there's probably a good chance that there's some glowworms under here too. And this would be even closer to the entry than the waterfall would. So it might be worth a look. So here we are on part of the final climb out. But again, if you're looking for the easier climb, you could always turn back at the creek where I deviated up to the waterfall and head back the way you came. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe down the bottom. So I just finished Birdwood Gully, nice short walk. I did it in less than 90 minutes with some stopping, and that's less than 4 k's, which included the walk to and from the car, which was not at either of the entry points. This is also a pretty safe one if you're looking to try something on your own solo. It's pretty close to civilization, and you'll have phone service most of the way, if not all of the way, if you're with Telstra. So it's a pretty solid one. As I said, a bit of a hike out at the end where you're climbing out, so you can either start on that side or just turn around when you get to the creek and head back the way that you've come for an easier trip out. So subscribe below to stay in touch, and I'll see you next time.